आवाज येतो का?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
हा, प्रॅक्टिस करताय का? प्रोग्रामिंगची प्रॅक्टिस करताय का? हॅलो, प्रोग्रामिंगची प्रॅक्टिस करताय का? काय अवघड झाला आता. हॅलो, sir, out of 24 students, only 7 students have mentioned their roll numbers in the chat box. प्रत्येक वेळेस कसं काय सांगायला लागतंय हो? कसं व्हायचं बघा आहे ना आपलं. आपण मागं काय आहेत बघा आहे ना, मागं का राहतो आपण आहे. एकदा इन्स्ट्रक्शन सांगितल्यानंतर आपण तसं वागत नाही, तसं विसरून जातो बघा आहे ना. त्याच्यामुळे मशिनी यायला लागल्यात, लक्षात घ्या आहे ना. काही दिवसांनी माणसं जिवंत नसणार आहेत, फक्त मशिनी जिवंत राहणार आहेत. कॉम्प्युटर फक्त जिवंत राहणार आहे, लक्षात घ्या आहे ना. प्रॅक्टिस करताय का? काय आन्सर पण देत नाहीत, कसली पोरं आहेत बघा. हॅलो, का नुसते स्क्रीनशॉट काढून तिकडे काय करताय बघा. हॅलो, प्रॅक्टिस करताय का कोण एक तरी वर्गात? हॅलो,
येस सर.
Yes, sir.
हा, मग येस सर म्हणजे एवढा उशीर का लागतो? प्रॅक्टिस करताना अडचणी काय येत असतील तर यू कॅन टेक स्क्रीनशॉट, यू कॅन सेंड इट टू मी @SD Bhosle. दिस इज माय टेलिग्राम ID. If you are executing certain programs and if you are facing some kind of issues, you are coming across with certain kind of difficulties, if you are not able to execute your program, so you can take screenshot of your screen, mobile screen, and you can send it to me and you can ask questions. Will it be okay? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Please follow certain steps. If you are not following certain steps, definitely you will not learn, because to learn computer we will have to follow certain instructions. If we are not able to follow certain instructions, definitely we will not able to learn computer or any kind of electronic device. Am I right? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So please follow certain things. Definitely you will learn this subject. Most of the times, here as a human being, we are making certain mistakes. Let us try to understand. And we are making certain mistakes, but if we are making same mistakes again and again, then we should not supposed to call ourselves as human. Am I right? Same
Yes, sir.
mistakes we should not supposed to repeat. If you are making mistake in your life, okay, let us understand, we have made it for first time. Same mistake we should not supposed to do it again. If we are doing it so, then definitely we are not human. because we have understanding with us, we have brain, we are able to understand the things that is not possible with machine. बरोबर का? Hello. Yes.
Yes, sir.
So I think in last lecture few programs we have seen to perform addition of two numbers to calculate area of circle. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
So I hope, see here, before understanding some kind of theoretical part, I gave you some practical exposure so that you should understand what is meant by programming. So you have now background of programming. So programming means what? Giving certain instructions to the machines. Am I right? Certain instructions we are giving, according to our instructions, we are getting certain desired output on the output screen. And that activity we are calling it as programming. Am I right? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Now some theoretical part today we will try to understand, and if possible some programs also we will execute. So actually last time we started to understand this theoretical part, problem solving techniques. Certain problems if we wanted to solve, so there are two methods, algorithm and flowchart. हे झालेलं आहे, फास्ट जाऊया आपण पुढे. Algorithm is writing the step by step procedure. Okay, algorithm means what? We are writing certain steps, and step by step procedure we are writing कशासाठी? To solve certain problems, and that is called as an algorithm. Now let us try to understand with one example. Such kind of question will be asked. Write an algorithm to perform addition of two numbers. Now already program how to write program for performing addition of two integer numbers, that we have seen. So it is very easy for us to understand algorithm, how to write algorithm. Step number one, always step number first step and last step will be start and end. First step will be start and last step will be end. Okay. Hello. In algorithm, sir, this is the algorithm. This is the algorithm. So actually first step is what? Before writing the program, first step is what? You will have to understand algorithm. You should be able to write an algorithm on pen and paper. If you are able to write algorithm on pen and paper, if you will be able to convert your algorithm into flowchart, then next step is what? You will have to start actual writing program in the IDE, integrated development environment. These are the steps. Hello. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
आपण थोडंसं तुम्हाला प्रॅक्टिकली दाखवण्यासाठी प्रोग्रामिंग आधी शिकवलं गेलं मी माझ्याकडून, का तर तुम्हाला ते समजेल. आता थेरी आणि प्रॅक्टिकल आहे, प्रॅक्टिकल अँड थेरी टुगेदरली इफ वी विल लर्न, देन ओनली you will understand this subject. Therefore, and in first few sessions I tried to explain how to write programs, what is meant by input screen, output screen, how we are interacting, how we are communicating with computer, that we have seen. Am I right? Hello. Yes.
Yes, sir.
So how to write algorithm? Algorithm means writing step by step procedure to solve any kind of problem. Now here, write an algorithm to perform addition of two numbers. If you wanted to perform addition of two numbers, how we can write number of steps? And if we are writing number of steps, that is called as algorithm. So step number one is what? Start. And step number last step will be end. So always each and every algorithm will start with first step, and that first step will be start and last step will be the end. समझ लगा algorithm की पहली step and last step? समझ में आया क्या साकिब? Hello.
Yes, sir.
First step will be always start and last step will be always end for any kind of algorithm. Second step, if I will read now here, so read A and B. Sometimes instead of read we can use scan also, and scanning or reading the values of A and B. And carefully if you will observe, A and B will be our input. It means step number 2 will be the input. Step number 2 will be the input for each and every algorithm. Step number 2 will be the input. You should ask yourself what will be input for this program. For this, you will have to read question once again. Here we are performing addition of two integer numbers. Therefore, two variables in which we need to pass certain value through keyboard or keypad. And that is nothing but reading or scanning the value of A and B. So step number 2 is accepting input through the keyboard. Hello. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Step
sir.
number three, where we are performing addition of two variables, A and B, we are adding. Actual calculation or actual processing will be doing here, and in step number 3, once input is given to the machine or computer, next step is what? You will have to apply certain kind of logic. If suppose you are not writing any kind of logic in your program, in such cases simply certain mathematical operations you can perform. So step number 3 is processing or calculating certain values for our desired output. So have you understood step number 3?
Yes, sir.
फॉर्म्युले वगैरे लिहायचे आहे ना. हियर वी कॅन राईट फॉर्म्युली. हॅलो.
Yes, sir.
Step number 4, after performing certain calculations, whatever result we are getting, that result we are displaying. So displaying result on the output screen, this is the second last step. And after displaying certain desired output on the output screen, last step will be the end. And these are the steps. If these steps we will follow, definitely we can write program later on. Okay. So first of all, first and most important thing, you should be able to write an algorithm. So have you understood how to write algorithm? Hello. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
आपण जातोय पुढच्या एक्झाम्पल कडे. फास्ट जातोय आता आपण. Here, second question, second program, second algorithm. Okay, write an algorithm to calculate area of circle where radius is input through the keyboard. So this program also already we have executed. Now let us try to understand how we can write an algorithm. So algorithm, first step will be start. Second step will be the input. Okay. So for calculating area of circle, what will be the input? Radius will be the input. Am I right? Radius or diameter? Hello. Hello.
Yes, sir.
So second
Yes, sir.
step is what? We can enter value of radius through keyboard. So that step we are calling it as a read radius or scan radius. Mostly we are using read word. Okay, for accepting values through keyboard we are using read. Actually who will be reading here? Computer is reading. We are not reading, computer is reading. So we have given instruction to computer, read radius. And with the help of scanf, actually value of radius will be accepted through keyboard. And this is the step number 2. Now these are the some wrong steps म्हणू आपण. हे खोडलेलं आहे ते. ठीक आहे. Step number 3. Already we have seen value of pi is unknown for the machine, unknown for the computer, unknown for the mobile. So we need to assign, we need to store a value of pi as 3.14. So this will be the step number 3. Am I right? Hello.
Yes, sir.
If suppose we are not storing value of pi as 3.14, so definitely we will not get exact answer on the output screen. Yes. Computer can consider any value for pi and it will calculate area of circle, and that area of circle will be wrong. Therefore step number 3 is very, very important. You should not supposed to miss to assign value of pi as 3.14, and that value we are assigning in this way. That also we have seen, pi is equal to 3.14. So with this statement, machine will understand value of pi is 3.14. Yes. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Step number 4. Now computer is computer has radius. Computer is knowing value of pi. Then step number 4, where we can calculate area of circle. AC is equal to pi into r into r. With this formula we can calculate area of circle. So step number 4, where actually calculation will be done and machine will calculate area of circle. It will be stored in any another variable. If you will be using formula like this, AC is equal to pi into r into r. So in this case, what will happen? In that AC variable, area of circle will be stored. Am I right? Step number 4. Have
Yes,
you
sir.
understood?
Yes, sir.
Step number 5. So once you will calculate area of circle, second last step will be what? We need to display our result. Now in this case, our result, our output is area of circle, and that output, that result we are displaying on the output screen with step number 5. Display the result, that is area of circle, on the output screen. And again last step will be end. Hello. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So have you understood how to write an algorithm for any kind of problem?
Yes, sir.
Is there any kind of doubt? Step number 1, step number 2. In general, step number 1. What is the step number 1? Always.
Start.
Huh. Step number 2. So
Read radius.
in general म्हणतोय मी आहे ना, read radius for this problem it's okay, read radius. Step number 2 in general.
Read
Read
values.
Step number 2 in general. Read or scan input. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
We are reading or scanning the input values, where actually we are entering values through keyboard. Computer will store all those values, and these values will be actually input. Step number 3, if certain constants you will be using in your program, so values of constants needs to be given to the machine or computer. For example, here pi is equal to 3.14. If sometimes if you are solving certain engineering mechanics kind of problems, in that case, g we have used acceleration due to gravity, whose value is 9.81. So this is also constant. Am I right? Meter per second square. Hello.
Yes, sir.
So such kind of values also we can store, which is actually constant. So value of g we know, and as an engineer, as an काय म्हणणार बघा ना, we know and value of g, that is 9.81 meter per second square. But computer is not knowing what is the value of g. G means what? Acceleration due to gravity. Computer is not having such kind of values. So such kind of values, if certain constants will be using, for these constants we can assign certain variable, and in this variable we can store our values. Then step number 4, generally we are calculating our result, processing will be done, certain formula we will be using. And step number 5, after calculating certain values, certain results, we need to display those results on the output screen. This will be the second last step, and last step will be what? End. Hello. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Fast and fast. Write an algorithm to determine largest number between two numbers. It means I have two variables, a and b. Value of a is say 2, value of b is 5. Out of these two values, which one is larger or largest? Hello.
5.
5.
5.
A
B.
or b?
B.
B.
B. See here, now something happened in our brain and we gave such kind of answers. B is larger, b is largest, b is greater than a. Now if I will use a -2, sorry, -5 instead of -5. Now who is largest or greater?
A.
A.
Okay, very good. Now
A.
A.
विचार करा है ना, एच मोठा है ना, -2 is greater than -5. A is greater than B. Now something happened in our brain, and such kind of problems if you wanted to solve with machine or computer, in that case how we can write an algorithm. And this program will be writing in chapter number 2, program for determining largest number between two numbers. This program we will write in chapter number 2. Here we will understand how to write an algorithm. Will it be okay? Hello.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So always step number 1 will be start. Then to determine to determine largest number between two numbers, there will be two variables which will be input through keyboard. Therefore read A and B. So values of A and B will be entering through keyboard. Therefore that will be our input, and after entering value of A and B through keyboard, so computer will determine. Therefore step number 2 is what? Read A and B. समझ लगा input का है? Hello, what is the input? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Very good. Step number 3, where actually we are comparing here. This is the operator. Okay, this is the operator: greater than, less than, greater than or equal to, less than or equal to, not equal to, is equal to. These are relational operators. Later on we will see all those operators. With these relational operators, we can write logical condition, and its result will be determined by logical units which is present in central processing unit. Am I right? Hello.
Yes, sir.
So logical unit is present in the central processing unit. That unit will help us to determine A is greater than B or not. And if this logical condition will remain true, here, any logical condition, if you will be thinking, or if any condition you are considering, so its result will be either true or false. If result is true, something will happen. If result is false, something will happen. Now let us consider here A and B. Value of A is 5, value of B is 2. So A is greater than B. If such kind of condition we are giving to machine, so machine will put all those values, and machine will determine this condition is true or false. Now in this case, machine will determine it is true, and if it is true, then step number 3.1, it will display A is greater than B on the output screen. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
समजतं का बाळांनो? And if this logical condition will not remain true, म्हणजे इकडे 2 and here 5, A is equal to 2 and B is equal to 5. Now in this case, A is greater than B, this logical condition will become false. Am I right? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Therefore,
Yes, sir.
it will not display this message A is greater than B. This message will be skipped. Directly control of the computer will jump towards this step number 4, and it will display B is greater than A. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And step number 5 is end. So have you understood how to determine which value is greater than, okay, greater and largest between म्हणू आपण A and B for two numbers. So have you understood steps? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Here one more here, if two numbers we are comparing, there will be three possibilities actually. First possibility is what? A will be greater than B. Second possibility, A is less than B. And third possibility will be A is equal to B. Am I right?
Yes, sir. Sir.
Video चालू कर नका ना साकिब, प्लीज डोंट स्टार्ट युअर व्हिडिओ. साकिब, मिस्टर साकिब. ओके, काय बघा. So have you understood this? How many possibilities and how we are writing algorithm for determining which one is largest between two numbers? Hello. Let us go to next.
Yes, sir.
Sir.
Very good. Here, this is the question number 3. Now, instead of two numbers, I have three numbers. If numbers are 2, it's very easy because possibilities are less. If numbers will increase, and instead of considering two numbers, now if you will consider there are three numbers, and out of these three numbers, which one is largest number, if that you want to determine, so number of possibilities are increasing. Am I right? Hello.
Yes, sir.
A, B, C. Value of A is say 1, value of B is 2, and value of C is 3. Which one is largest?
C. C.
Very good. C is largest. Here. हा? काय म्हणताय? हॅलो, मोठं कोण आहे एबीसी मध्ये?
C.
हा, ए कोण तर म्हणायला लागले तिकडे. काय म्हणलं मला ऐकून नाही आलं. ठीक आहे. सो दिस इज द फर्स्ट पॉसिबिलिटी. सेकंड पॉसिबिलिटी विल बी व्हॉट? इकडे 3, here 2 and here 1. Now you don't consider these values, you consider these 3 values. Hello, fast.
A is
मोठा आहे.
Ha, A is largest. A is greater than B and C. Next possibility will be what? Here I can write 3. Here I can write, sorry, another value we can use, and 5, and here I will write 2. Now which one is largest? You consider this third possibility. Hello.
5.
B.
B.
Ha, P is largest or B is greater than A and C. Sir, these are the three possibilities. There are further possibilities also. कसं बघा, 1, 3, 3, where two numbers will remain equal or same, and which will be greater than third number. Hello. 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 Hello.
Yes, sir.
B and C greater.
B and C greater. This is the next possibility actually. Are you understanding? Hello. दोन व्हॅल्यू सेम राहून मोठ्या असू शकतात तिसऱ्यापेक्षा. हॅलो. Two values can remain same and which will be greater than third value. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Similarly, I am writing something. Try to understand B and C. A and B. Okay. B and C. A and C. A and C. Sorry. A and C. Here I can write 3. Here I can write 3, and here 1. Yes. These are the two more possibilities. Hello. Yes.
Yes, sir.
One more possibility I am writing. Try to understand. Value of A is 1. Value of B is also 1. Value of C is also 1. This is also one more possibility where all three numbers can remain same. Hello. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Here, try to think, and this is actually logical thinking. How many ways you have, how many possibilities you have, and to find out the solution. And if you will think in such kind of way, and definitely you can have certain assumptions with you to reduce your possibilities. To reduce your possibilities, certain assumptions are required. If I want to think only first 3 possibilities, then what will be my assumption? Hello. Sanga. If I want to write an algorithm for first 3 possibilities, what kind of assumption I should have? Then further possibilities that machine or we are not considering. Hello. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes sir नाही सांगा की आन्सर आहे.
Sir, if A is
Nice,
greater than B, A is greater than C, then A is greater
Huh?
than both the numbers.
Huh?
Sir, if A is
एक
greater
value
than
मोठी
B
अशी.
and A is greater than C, then A is greater than both the number. This is the first assumption.
Once again listen and something carefully. Okay. Once again you listen and question carefully. Here we are getting more possibilities. I wanted to reduce these possibilities. I'm highlighting these possibilities. I want to reduce it. I don't want to think for these kinds of possibilities. I want to consider only for first three possibilities. For first three possibilities, what kind of assumption I should suppose to consider so that these possibilities I can reduce.
All three numbers are different.
Very good.
Different, sir.
Very good.
Different numbers
Very
are
good. Very good. She is right. Now काय? What is your name?
ऋतुजा कुपाडे.
हाँ. ऋतुजा, she is right. समजतं का बघा? If we are considering first three possibilities and we wanted to reduce further possibilities, you will have to think and common things. What are the common things? If you will consider, so something is remaining same. It means if I want to consider first three possibilities, in that case, values of A and B and C n should not remain same. These values should be different. Hello. Hello. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So those who are having such kind of thinking, and if you don't have any such kind of thinking, let us start to think, because our subject is for thinking and improving the logic. Sir, when you will read and these notes, definitely you will get it. What is my focus here? Focus over here. I wanted to improve and logical thinking so that you will also think with more possibilities. And once you will start thinking about more possibilities, then next step is what? To reduce our problem, we will have to neglect certain possibilities, and to neglect certain possibilities, we will have certain assumptions. Yes. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Now coming back to our algorithm, step number 1, start. Step number 2, reading ABC. Why ABC? Because three numbers. Out of these three numbers, which one is largest, that we want to determine. Therefore, here in second step, we are reading the values of ABC through keyboard. Step number 3, मला वाटतं हे थोडंसं चुकलंय का बघा. एक मिनिट. Step number 3, first logical condition. Once again, I'm writing here 1, A, B, and C. And we are considering here, say 3, then 2, and 1. So such kind of inputs, suppose we have. And step number 3.1, that is if A is greater than B. True or false? In this case?
True.
True. True. And now, what kind of logic we are applying? If A is, now you listen carefully, if A is greater than B, if this remains true, obviously machine will consider A is greater than B. Am I right? Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
It means out of these two variables, if A is greater than B, if this remains true, obviously machine will consider A is greater than B. Now, if A is greater than B, if such kind of thinking and is coming out from this statement, obviously this A we will have to compare with C. Yes. Now you
Yes.
think, hai? Now you think A is greater than B, this logical condition is remaining true, then there are two possibilities, there are two ways, and there are two ways I can compare A with B. I can compare A with, sorry, I compared A with B, okay? Then I can compare A with C. But now you listen carefully. But if A is greater than B, then if this result is remaining true, then obviously I should not supposed to compare B with C. Why I should not supposed to compare with B? Why I should not supposed to compare B with C? Sanga reason. Hello.
सर क्योंकि वो पहले ही था ना सर, पहले ही सी से कंपेयर किया है एक उसको।
Yes. पहले ही हमने कंपेयर किया है यहाँ पे A is greater than B and we got result A is greater than B, then B should not be compared with C. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
ह्या दोघांमध्ये मराठीतनं थोडंसं सांगू आपण. इन दोनों में से हिंदी में सांगू, ठीक है. इन दोनों में से ए अगर बड़ा है, ठीक है, मोटा है, उसका वैल्यू ज्यादा है, तो हमको समझ में आ गया है कि ए इज ग्रेटर देन बी. वो बी से जो है, बी जो है छोटा है, ठीक है. देन आई शुड नॉट सपोज टू कंपेयर बी विथ सी बिकॉज ए इज ग्रेटर. सबसे बड़ा कौन है इसमें, सबसे ग्रेटर वैल्यू किसका है वो हमको डिटरमाइन करना है. किसका वैल्यू छोटा है वो डिटरमाइन नहीं करने का है. बिकॉज ऑफ विच ए शुड नॉट बी कंपेयर विथ सी. समज लगा है. हेलो.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
हाँ, मी परत एकदा सांगतोय. इफ ए इज ग्रेटर दॅन बी अँड इफ दिस रिझल्ट इज रिमेनिंग ट्रू, देन मशीन विल अंडरस्टँड ए इज ग्रेटर दॅन बी. मग ह्या दोघांमध्ये जे मोठा आहे ना, दॅट व्हेरिएबल आउट ऑफ दीज टू व्हेरिएबल, दॅट व्हेरिएबल वी विल हॅव टू कंपेअर विथ थर्ड व्हेरिएबल दॅट इज सी. यस.
Yes.
Another case, one more case we will think. And here value of A is 1, value of B is 2 and value of C is 3. Now in this case again we are giving, and step number 3 is what? A is greater than B. A is greater than B. True or false?
False.
False. And as this condition is remaining false, obviously I should not supposed to compare A with C. I should not supposed to compare A with C. I will have to compare B with C. Why B with C? Because B is greater in this case. Hello.
Yes, sir.
And once you will understand this, then you can write actually. Now here what is written, let us try to understand. A is greater than B. If this condition remains true, if this condition remains true, obviously we will have to compare A with C. Therefore it is written 3.1.1, compare A and C. And when both conditions will remain true, obviously A will be greater than B and C. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
And
sir.
if this condition remains true and this condition remains false, obviously who will be greater? Hello. विचार करा. हे कळतंय का बघा बरं का.
C.
If A is greater than B, this will remain true and A is greater than, हे तर चुकलंय का बघा ना. Here in this we can write, okay, compare A with C. A and C we are comparing, and this is our logical condition. A is greater than C, and if this logical condition is remaining and false, then obviously C will be greater than A and B. Yes.
Yes.
Therefore if this condition will remain false, we will have to go to this otherwise statement, otherwise step, and it will display C is greater than A and B. Hello. So have you understood these steps 3.1?
Yes, sir.
See here, and first time if you are trying to understand this, it will be difficult for us to understand. I can understand it, but after completing our session, you will have to read and carefully try to understand, take pen and paper, put certain values, try to think what is actually written over here. When you will understand, then only you will be able to write the programs. understanding algorithm is very important. Once you will understand steps, then only you will be able to write programs. And for this also we will write program in chapter number 2. You can remind me. Hello. Okay. Yes. Hello. Now let us consider, and first logical condition will not remain true. It is false. And if this is remaining false, then we will have to skip all these 3 steps. These 3 steps we should not supposed to execute. When these steps we should supposed to execute when this logical condition will remain true, then only we will compare A with C. Am I right? Hello.
Yes, sir.
If this logical condition will remain false, then we will give an certain instructions to machine. Directly you jump towards step number 4. Hello. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Now for this, again certain values I'm changing. Let us consider these 3 values. Value of C is greater म्हणू आपण तिकडे 3, here 1, and here I will use 2. चुकलं काहीतरी हा बरोबर काय बघा. Now in this case what will happen? First of all it will check this logical condition, and this logical condition is remaining false. Yes. Hello.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Therefore it will jump towards, directly it will jump towards step number 4, and in step number 4 we are comparing B with C. Now why we are comparing B with C? Because A is greater than B. If this is remaining false, obviously B will be larger than A. Therefore B we will have to compare with C. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Therefore here step number 4 we have written compare B and C. And after comparing B and C, one logical condition we are using, B is greater than C. If B is greater than C, if this condition will remain true, then obviously B will be greater. That message we can display. And if this logical condition will remain false, then it will directly jump towards 4.1.1. C is greater than A and B. Hello.
Yes, sir.
And at the end, and step number 5 will be the end. समझ लगा है? Yes. Hello.
Sir, repeat this.
Yes, sir.
Sir.
Hello. Shall I repeat?
Yes, sir.
Have you understood this 3.1? Hello. Step number 3.1. Hello.
Yes, sir.
साकिब ने पूछा है शायद. साकिब, have you understood step number 3.1?
Yes, sir.
Now you think if step number 3.1 where actually we are comparing A and B, and while comparing A and B, if A is not greater than B, obviously this condition will remain false. Am I right, Sakib?
Yes, sir.
If this case will, this logical condition, if this logical condition will remain true, then only we are executing these 3 statements. ये तीनों. अगर A बड़ा है B से तो ही हम A C से कंपेयर करेंगे, and these 2 statements will be these further steps will be executed. Hello. Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
If A is not greater than B, and for this I am using these 2 these inputs, say 1, okay, 2 and 3. Now for this you think A is greater than B, true or false?
False, sir.
ये फॉल्स होने की वजह से ये स्किप करेगा और इधर से स्टेप नंबर 4 को जाना चाहिए. ऐसा हम लिखेंगे, ऐसा लिखा है, ठीक है. स्टेप नंबर 4 इज व्हाट? वी आर कंपेयरिंग. ये फॉल्स हुआ मतलब ये A इज ग्रेटर देन B, ये फॉल्स हुआ मतलब ये दोनों में से कौन बड़ा हुआ? B.
B, sir.
Therefore step number 4 what is written? B we will have to compare with C. B और C का कंपैरिजन रहेगा, और B और C का कंपैरिजन करने के बाद यहाँ पे लिखा है b इज ग्रेटर देन c, अभी यहाँ पे b इज ग्रेटर देन c जो कंडीशन है वो फॉल्स हो रहा है, बिकॉज ऑफ विच ये जो स्टेटमेंट है ये एग्जीक्यूट नहीं करेगा मशीन, it will go to otherwise statement and it will display c is greater. Yes,
Yes, sir.
अगर हमारा इनपुट ऐसा कुछ तो है, बहुत सारा पॉसिबिलिटीज है यहाँ पे, ठीक है, 1 3 and 2. Now in this case what will happen, a is greater than b, this will become false. Okay, therefore directly it will jump towards step number 4, compare b and c. It will compare b and c, and while comparing b and c we have written logical condition, this is b is greater than c. And now b is greater than c, yes, it remains true, therefore it will display b is greater than a and c. It will not it should not supposed to execute this otherwise part. Hello.
Yes, sir.
And at the end we can stop. Have you understood this? Yes. सर मैंने कितनी भी बार यहाँ पे बोला कि वहाँ समझाया, ठीक है, आपको समझ में नहीं आएगा ना, when you will start thinking actually at your own level, then only you will understand this logic. You will have to put values, you will have to think, you will get some answers. If you will be getting some answers, then only what should be executed, what kind of steps machine will have to execute, that you will have to think, and accordingly you will have to write your algorithm. Have you understood this? Hello. Yes.
Yes, sir.
See here, बहुत सारा examples actually we are considering here. We are considering so many examples so that you can actually start thinking. If you are not understanding, leave it. You can read it, you will get it, but you should start thinking. If you are not, if you will not start thinking, you will not understand this subject. Okay. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So one more algorithm, how to write one more algorithm. So here question is there, write an algorithm to find out, okay, roots of the quadratic equation, and quadratic equation is given x square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. This is the quadratic equation. Quadratic equation means what, where you will find, okay, power of the variable, it will be 2. Am I right? If power of the variable, if it is 3 in the equation, we are calling it as cubic equation. If power is more than 3, we are calling it as polynomial. Hello.
Yes, sir.
As power of x is 2, therefore we are calling it as quadratic equation. And this already we have learned somewhere in 10th, 7th, 8th or 10th standard. I don't know, I cannot remember right now. So quadratic equation सीखा है पहले ही हमने, बराबर? लो.
Yes, sir.
Now what is the problem? Let us try to understand. We will have to write algorithm to find roots. What is the meaning of roots? जो भी इक्वेशन है, इस इक्वेशन का हमको वैल्यूज ऑफ x फाइंड आउट करने का है. वैल्यूज ऑफ x, इफ वी आर एबल टू फाइंड आउट, सो वैल्यूज ऑफ x मींस एक्चुअली रूट्स. एम आई राइट? हेलो.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
sir.
इक्वेशन क्वाड्रेटिक रहता है तो उसमें क्या रहता है कि दो रूट्स मिलते हैं जनरली, x1 एंड x2. वी आर कॉलिंग देम एज x1 एंड x2. यस. इफ इक्वेशन लीनियर रहता है, ax plus b is equal to c, this is linear equation. Why linear equation? Because power is 1. Because power is 1. Yes. So this is linear equation. For linear equation we are getting one value. If we will have quadratic equation, we are getting 2 values. If you will have cubic equation, you will be getting 3 values. Hello.
Yes.
Now if I want to find out quadratic equation with the help of computer, you think it, and see here, suppose I have such kind of equation with me, x square plus 2x plus 1, okay, is equal to 0. So certain mathematical procedure you will do and you will find out value of x1 and x2. Yes. Hello. Hello. हॅलो, काय अवघड झालं होतं. हॅलो.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So how to find out roots of quadratic equation? You have already procedure with you, and finding out the roots means what? If I will put value one value of x, I will get 0 answer. It means that value and roots are the values which are satisfying this equation. Yes. काय येणार आन्सर? काय येणार इकडे? आन्सर काय येणार? कोण सांगेल? तोंडी. हॅलो. काय आम्हाला मॅथ्स कधी आम्ही शिकलंच नाही म्हणा. तसं तर आलोय 12वी पासून. काय बघा सांगा इकडे आहे ना. व्हॉट इज द व्हॅल्यू ऑफ x1 अँड x2? तोंडी आहे हे. काय असलं
One.
x square
Minus 1.
plus x
Minus 1.
plus 1 is equal to 0. Okay, from this I can take common, and what will be common? X will be common. In the round bracket we can write what? We can write x plus 1. Hello.
Yes.
Plus x plus 1. From this we can take common x plus 1, I think. So x into x plus 1 काय राहिलं ब्रॅकेट मध्ये? 1 प्लस, चुकलं काहीतरी आहे, चुकलं काहीतरी, चुकलं आहे ना काहीतरी, येत नाही मला आहे ना. काय बघा कसं कॅल्क्युलेट करतात, विसरलं आहे ना. बरं का, ठीक आहे. हॅलो. हा
-1 आ रहा है.
करेक्ट. उलट्या पद्धतीने दाखवतो. थोडंसं मॅथ्स माझं चांगलं नाहीये, समजून घ्या ना. -x-1 सपोज सच काइंड ऑफ x-1 is equal to 0. I can solve it आहे ना. x square plus actually x square प्लस घेऊया आपण. काय बघा ना, प्लस घेऊया. पहिल्यांदा ह्या x ने ह्याला गुणायचं आहे ना. x square plus x, देन 1 ह्या 1 ने ह्याला गुणायचं. ठीक आहे. x plus 1 is equal to 0. x square x plus x 2x plus 1 is equal to 0. ह्याचं उलट्या अशा प्रोसेस करायच्या, म्हणजे हे येतं x plus 1 is equal to 0. So we can equate and x plus 1 is equal to 0 and x plus 1 is equal to 0. Then we will get x is equal to -1. That we will call it as x1. So first root will be -1. x1 will be -1. Again second root also will be getting same, that is x2. We will call it as x2. That also we are getting -1. Am I right? Hello. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So in this way, in mathematics we calculated, we can find out, okay, roots in this way. But with the help of machine or with the help of computer, how to find out roots? So we have a standard formula also, that also we learned. Okay, this is the formula. If I wanted to find out x1, so I can use direct formula -b plus minus square root of b square minus 4ac divided by twice a. This is the formula. So if you will be considering plus, so you'll get x1. If you'll be considering minus over here, if you'll be considering instead of plus, if you'll be considering minus, you will get second root, that is x2. Hello.
Yes, sir.
So you'll get x1 and x2. So that we wanted to find out, where value of a, value of b, and value of c will be the input through the keyboard. Hello. a b c का जो values है वो keyboard through input रहेगा. And once if somebody is entering values of a b c through keyboard, so automatically we'll get value of x1 and x2. So have you understood problem? How to find out roots of the quadratic equation? What have you understood? What is my quadratic equation? Hello. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Now
Yes, sir.
We will start with step number 1. Start. Second step, inputs. We will have to read. So step number 2 is reading inputs. So what will be our input? A, B, and C. Values of A and B and C. These values we are entering through keyboard. Once values of A, B, C we will enter through keyboard. Next step will be what? We will have to calculate these two values. And if these two values will be calculating separately, It's my suggestion actually. Use calculator na, b square separately, 4ac separately. So b चा square म्हणजे b into b. In this way you can calculate. You can write actually formula and you can find out b square. Yes, because such kind of things we cannot use in the computer language. In mathematics, b square and b raised to 2 means b into b. Machine will not understand such kind of things. We will have to simplify it. B into b. B into b means b square. So machine will understand. Okay, you can find out b square separately. You can find out 4ac separately. Now while writing the formula of 4ac, such kind of formula you cannot write in maths. We have understood nothing is there means multiplication we are doing, but for computer will not understand. You will have to use formula in this way: 4 into a into c. You will have to use an operators, and we are calling these operators as arithmetic operators. A into 4 into a into c, 4ac. असं लिहिलं तर ते एरर देतं, लक्षात घ्या. असं लिहूच नाही शकत. Okay, while writing 4ac you will have to use such kind of formula. Have you understood this?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So what you in step number 2, let us calculate separately value of b square and value of 4ac. After calculating value of b square and 4ac, now you listen carefully. There will be 3 possibilities actually, but here in this algorithm we have considered only 2 possibilities. There are 3 possibilities actually. There will be 3 possibilities. b square and 4ac के बारे में there are 3 possibilities. एक तो b square जो है वो 4ac से बड़ा रहेगा. This is the first possibility. Second possibility, b square जो है वो 4ac से छोटा रहेगा. And third possibility, b square जो है वो 4ac के इक्वल रहेगा. काय म्हणणार बघा, उसके साथ रहेगा, सेम रहेगा. हेलो, यस.
Yes, sir.
Now you think if b square will be greater than 4ac, because why we are comparing this? Because if you will observe this in the formula, we have such kind of step where square root is mentioned, and in square root b square minus 4ac that we have written. And carefully if you will observe, if b square is greater than 4ac, obviously in the square root I am getting positive answer. Hello. If b square is greater than 4ac, obviously I am getting positive answer in square root. Hello.
Yes, sir.
That's why we are comparing. So this is the first possibility. If b square is greater than 4ac, obviously I'll whatever value of x1 I will be getting, that x1 I will be getting real value. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Now how to find out
Yes.
x2? For x2, instead of plus we are using minus. So this I should not supposed to explain actually. x1 and x2 values we can find out. So first possibility we have considered here, if value of b square remains greater than 4ac, obviously value of x1 and x2 are getting real values. Have you understood step number 4? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Now let us consider
Yes,
second
sir.
possibility. Let us consider second possibility where b square is less than 4ac. Now if b square value is less than 4ac, in that case what will happen? Whatever formula we have used here, in the square root we have b square minus 4ac, and if b square will be less than 4ac, obviously in the square root we will be getting negative result. Yes.
Yes, sir.
And as we are getting negative result in the square root, we will not be getting our roots as real values. We are getting our roots as complex numbers. Hello.
Yes, sir.
It means when b square will be less than 4ac, if this logical condition will remain true, obviously our values of x1 and x2, which are our roots, these roots will not remain real. It will become complex numbers. Complex number म्हणजे square root of -1, and this we are denoting with complex ion, which is imaginary part. Hello. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Therefore here we have considered I. And for this also we will have to think how you can give instructions to the computer so that if this condition will remain true, it will display an appropriate answer on the machine. See here, we are writing algorithm. After writing our algorithm, we are converting it into flowchart. And once you will be able to understand algorithm and flowchart, then it will be very easy to write program. Yes?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Have you understood both possibilities? Complex number काय येणार कळलं का? Why we are getting complex roots? And when we are getting complex roots, because when b square will be less than 4ac, in that case, in the square root, we will get negative answer, and square root of negative means complex number. Therefore, x1 and x2 we are getting complex roots म्हणू आपण. And when we are getting complex roots, when b square will be less than 4ac, when b square will be greater than 4ac, at that time we are getting x1 and x2, we are getting real roots. काय अडचण?
Right.
No.
And third possibility that also you can consider, in some of the cases b square will remain 4ac. मला वाटतं मगाशीच्या एक्झाम्पल मध्ये सेम राहिलं होतं, बरोबर का? एक्स स्क्वेअर प्लस 2x plus 1 is equal to 0, where actually x1 we got as minus 1 and x2 also we got as minus 1. Am I right? Hello?
Yes,
For
sir.
this.
Yes, sir.
So this is the possibility when you will put here, see here, value of a will be 1, value of a will be 1, value of b will be 2, and value of c will be 1. If these values you will put over here, obviously you will get b square is equal to 4ac. That you can try it at your level. Hello? Yes? तोंडी पण मला वाटतं येईल
Yes,
इथे.
sir.
बी स्क्वेअर म्हणजे 2 चा स्क्वेअर, 2 चा स्क्वेअर 4, ठीक आहे, 4 and 4 into ac, 4 into a is 1 and c is 1, 4 into 1 into 1, 4 into 1 into 1, 4, and b square means 4 is equal to 4. Hello? Yes?
Yes, sir.
So third possibility is what? When b square is equal to 4ac, in that case we are getting roots, and these roots are real and same. Roots are real and same. It means when b square is equal to 4ac, at that time whatever roots we are getting, these roots are remaining same. When roots are same and real, when roots are same and real, when b square is equal to 4ac, at that time roots are real and same. Hello? Yes?
Yes, sir.
So for this also we will write program in chapter number 2. You can remind me. Okay. So at the last, after thinking so much, so step number 6 will be displaying values of x1 and x2. This is the second last step, where in the second last step what we are doing, we are displaying our result on the output screen. So what is our output? Whatever roots we have calculated, okay, these answers we are displaying on the output screen. And step number 7 will be end. Javya, next. Hello. Pataphat.
Yes, sir.
So one more algorithm. See here, more examples I'm taking for you, and we are understanding more number of examples so that you will be able to write an algorithm. And once you will start thinking in such kind of ways, definitely further you will write programs by your own. Yes? Next question, let us try to understand. Write an algorithm to calculate. Now this is very easy, okay? To calculate area of triangle where 3 sides of the triangle are inputs. 3 sides, if this is the triangle, okay? This is the triangle A, B, and C. These are the 3 sides of the triangle. So 3 sides of the triangle will be the input through the keyboard. After entering values of these sides, you will have to calculate area of triangle. Now here nothing is mentioned about this triangle. if triangle will be an, if triangle is right angled triangle, then formula is very simple. Area of triangle is equal to 1/2 into b into h. Yes, height base into height. Hello.
Yes, sir.
But if nothing is mentioned about this triangle, then it will become little bit complicated म्हणू आपण, because we will have to find out half perimeter. To find out half perimeter, we have used this formula a plus b plus c divided by 2. With this we can find out half perimeter, and we have one formula, standard formula, with which we can find out area of triangle. Area of triangle is equal to square root of s into s minus 1 into s minus b into s minus c, where a, b, c, these are the sides of the triangle, and s is the half perimeter. Yes?
Yes, sir.
So first step is start. Second step is reading the values of a and b and c, because a, b, c will be the input through the keyboard. Step number 3 will be what? We are calculating half perimeter, and to calculate half perimeter, this is the standard formula, a plus b plus c divided by 2, half perimeter. Step number 4, after calculating half perimeter only, we can calculate area of triangle. So calculate area of triangle with this formula, square root of s into s minus s into s minus a into s minus b into s minus c. Then we will get our result, area of triangle. And second last step will be what? Display the result. And what is our result? Area of triangle. So value of area of triangle we are displaying on the output screen. This will be the second last step, and last step will be what? Step 6 is end. Have you understood this algorithm? Hello? Yes?
Yes, sir.
I hope, and 4 to 5 examples we have seen how to write an algorithm. From my side, I give my 100%. I'm expecting from your side also. Please go through the notes and start thinking and what we understood today, how to write an algorithm. You also can create some of your some kind of problems. You can write an algorithm for your own problems and try to solve. Will it be okay? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now what we are moving towards next point, that also theoretically I think we have understood, flowchart. Now if you will read, see here, and if you will read and all these steps, it is very difficult, and sometimes we will not be able to understand what kind of steps we need to follow first. पहिल्यांदा काय करायचं, नंतर काय करायचं, we are not able to understand what to do first and what is step number 1. And sometimes by reading we will not be able to understand exact how to solve that problem, because reading is very difficult. Therefore flowcharts plays very vital role. So whatever number of steps you have written, and if you are writing those steps, only you will be able to understand. If these steps I will be giving to you and I will ask, please read and try to understand, it's very difficult, because reading these steps is very difficult. Therefore flowchart plays very vital role. So whatever number of steps you have written, these steps we are trying to convert it into diagrammatic way. Diagrammatic representation of an algorithm, diagrammatic representation of these number of steps is nothing but flowchart. Hello. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Therefore flowchart, इथे म्हणलेलं आहे, diagrammatic representation of an algorithm is called as flowchart. Flowchart includes following diagrams. We have last 6 minutes, then we are taking one small break, and once again we'll be joining. मला वाटतं संपला काय टाइम? हॅलो हॅलो, मला वाटतं 1:45 वाजले. किती वाजले? हॅलो.
1:55, sir.
हा, मला वाटतं ब्रेक होता मध्ये. यस.
Yes, sir.
मला सांगत चला आहे ना अधून मधून. आपण 2ला ब्रेक घेऊया, काय अडचण? अजून 5 मिनिट. हॅलो. 2 ते 2:15 आणि मग नंतर 2:15 ते 3 तुमचं 3 ते 3:15 ब्रेक असतो. यस
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
हा, मग आपण काय करूया, 2 ते 2:15 ब्रेक घेऊया. तिकडे थोडंसं बघा फ्रेश होऊन या वापस अँड देन वी विल स्टार्ट आहे ना दिस फ्लो चार्ट. विल इट बी ओके?
Okay,
Yes,
sir.
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 शार्प 2:15. मला वाटतं अजून 5 मिनिटं आहेत बरं का. मी 5 मिनिटं आहेत, मी 5 मिनिटं सोडत नाही. ठीक आहे. आपण एवढं हे समजून घेऊया ना. लेट अस ट्राय टू अंडरस्टँड व्हॉट काइंड ऑफ डायग्राम्स वी आर युजिंग फॉर फ्लो चार्ट अँड देन वी विल टेक ब्रेक आहे ना आफ्टर 4 minutes. So have you understood what is the definition, what is the meaning of flow chart? Hello? Yes? Whatever algorithm we have written, so that algorithm is very difficult to read and by the others. If you are writing, you can read and you can understand because you have written all those steps, you can solve the problem. But if these all steps you will be giving to others, and if other person or other friend is reading your steps, it is very difficult for him or her to understand what actually you have written. And reading is very difficult actually. Right now, small problems we are solving, but if problem is big, where actually number of steps are required more and 4 to 5 pages are required of your notebooks, and such kind of 4 to 5 pages, if you are giving to somebody to read, then it is very difficult to understand actually all those steps which you have written as algorithm. But if I will convert it into some kind of diagrams, whatever algorithm I have written, entire algorithm I will convert it into diagrammatic representation of that algorithm, and that diagrammatic representation of an algorithm is called as flowchart. Hello, have you understood this? Yes.
Yes, sir.
So just diagrams we will understand and then we will take break. Okay, we have last 3 minutes. So serial number, diagram, this is the second column, third one is name of symbol, and last one is purpose. Why these diagrams we are using, that is purpose. What is the purpose of this diagram? So first diagram is oval. ठीक है, ओवेल. ह्याला काय म्हणायचं, ओवेल म्हणायचं. मराठीत अंडाकृती म्हणायचं. हिंदी में क्या बोलते हैं पता नहीं है. अंडे का शेप का है ये. साकिब, हेलो. Yes, oval.
हाँ sir.
So oval, this diagram we are using for start and end. Okay. So in your algorithm there are two steps, start and end. Start is the first step and end is the last step actually. So to represent start and end, we are using simply this oval symbol. So have you understood what is the use and purpose of this oval? Hello. Let us go to next.
Yes, sir.
Second symbol is parallelogram. समांतर भुज चौकोन. Opposite sides are parallel actually. Such kind of quadrilateral, if you are considering, we are calling it as parallelogram. Am I right? So parallelogram we are using for inputs and outputs. If you are using some input variables, if you are using some output variables, for writing our programs, we are using input as well as output variables. For input and output variables, we are using parallelogram. Yes? Hello?
Yes, sir.
It means,
Yes, sir.
it means step number 2 in general, I am talking about our algorithm in general, our step number 2 and second last step number 2 is our input, second last step is our output, displaying result on the output screen. For these two steps, step number 2 and second last step, we are using this parallelogram, input and output. Okay. Hello. Hello. Hello.
Yes,
Yes sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Now it's sharp 2 and we'll be meeting again and 2:15. 2:15 2:15 15 मिनट के बाद हम मिलने वाले हैं. ठीक है अभी. यस.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.